I want you to know a couple things about me before we start the song. One is I'm taller than I look. I'm smarter than I seem. And just because when you hear the songs and it sounds like I'm not hitting the notes, I'm actually hitting them. And it's actually just your ear math that's interpreting it all wrong. That's really not my problem. It's all ear math though, isn't it? It's weird, right? The way you hear something, you're hoping other people kind of hear it too. We'll see if I can do this one. This is a relationship song. Is anybody in a relationship currently? Ladies, raise your hand. All right. You're off the market. You're off the market. Okay.
We have a pass.
Oh, really?
You're on the list.
Oh, well. Is this a bucket list?
It's the freebie list.
The only thing in my bucket list is fried chicken, my friend. So, anybody in love right now? In love? Anybody ever tell that person that you're in love with them? Is anybody thinking to themselves right now, this might be a prime opportunity to turn to the person I'm with and say, you know, I just don't think I love you anymore. Because I want to be there for that. And, we brought the camera crew out in case you'd like to celebrate that moment and hold it and have it forever for posterity. We make like the anti-wedding movies. We do like hard breakups and we also do annulment parties. So, you know, I'm gonna be there. So if you're like, hey Gavin, you want to come to my wedding? Not really, but you can. I'd be happy to show up your annulment, and my fee is actually a lot more reasonable because those are fun. Anyway, here's a song for you.
If you need it, I'll
sir, if you can't see it, you're thirsty, the rain. You get burned, I take it away. I know you don't believe it, but I said it in Alaska meaning. When you heard what I told you, when you get worried, being soldier. I'll be your soldier. I'll be your
So like just watching you with all your guys before talking, you know, you're a funny guy. You like to be up on stage. Like, did you ever want to be a comedian, or do you ever want to do improv or any of that stuff? Or
No. I don't think I'm very funny. Stand-up comedy always looked like so much work when I have a stool to sit on.
Well, this is a lot of work.
No, this is easy. I guess what you know is easier to you than what you haven't really done before. It's funny, you just kind of, the joking around thing is just something we always did in our house. You know, it's just a household thing. And now that we live on a bus, the bus is my house. And why would that change? You know what I mean? I live on a bus with a bunch of dudes and it just gets funnier and funnier with that. I wish I could tell you the things that I'm leaving out.
Yeah, I don't think they probably are not good for some of the ages in here.
I got aces for you, aces. I got stories.
You got stories.
Oh,
you should start like a YouTube channel, I don't know.
We should. But I think Charlie Sheen's busy right now.
He has a new sitcom on FX.
Does he?
That's where you can go. FX.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Kind of curious.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? It's called Anger Management. It's not out yet. Yeah.
I thought that was a flick.
It's going to be based on the movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He didn't seem angry.
No, not at all. Why did you decide on this album to write with somebody for the first time?
Well, good question. Prior to this album, I had written all the songs in my records alone, and to be honest with you, I felt like I was kind of hitting a wall, creatively, I felt like I had said pretty much I had to say at the time, and I felt like I needed somebody to rattle my cage, and that's why I tried working with a couple of people. That's why I worked with Ryan Tedder, and we wrote 2 songs together. And then I had pretty much, I had a lot of songs, but I didn't have necessarily all the songs for the album, because I didn't want the album to seem, the song styles to seem redundant. I wanted it to be interesting. And so I wrote a couple songs with Ryan, and I wrote a couple of songs with a guy named Andrew Frampton, who does a bit of work with the script. I mean, the people he's known for working with is the script and Natasha Bedingfield. Ryan obviously writes for everybody.
He seems to be quite in demand. Kobe Calais was just up here talking about him, because I think she has a song with him right now too.
Yeah, wonderful.
He's just the guy.
There's a few people who are hitting their stride right now, and he's definitely one of them. And he's an important one. He's somebody who a lot of people go to. Certainly, a lot of straight up just singers go to him, saying, "Hey, do you have a song for me?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, let me see what I got for you." And he'll bust out the Dewey Decimal System and be like, "Yeah, so what were you thinking of?" He's got that many songs. But I like his style of writing. I like his style of music. He has a lot of uplifting type of melodies, and so that's why I wanted to work with him. And so we wrote a couple of songs, and also Andrew Frampton and I, we wrote a song called "Run Every Time,"
I really like that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Which is about, basically, I don't know if it's more of a male thing or a female thing, but, you say all the right things to
Probably
the person
male.
that you're with. You think it's a male thing?
Yes.
Man. She's like, probably a male. And
Probably
then
male thing.
She pulls like a Ken doll with needles in it in her back pocket.
I'm not bitter at all.
Probably male, looks kind of like this, but blonde hair. Yeah, and Run Every Time is about saying all the right things and then bailing when it's time to commit. So I think it's pretty normal. Certainly happens probably 9 times out of 10.
It's normal in the dating life.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you sing another song.
Oh, okay. I'd love to. Anyways, so rather than play you another new one, although I really love playing the new stuff. How many of you have the new record, Sweeter? Anybody? How do you like it?
Love it.
You love it? Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
You want to put sterno gel on it and light it on fire? Did somebody say that this time? I'm just kidding. So instead of playing another song from Sweeter, we're going to venture back and abandon the new record and play something that might be more familiar to you. And this will be off my first album. And
Not excited at all.
my first record was called Chariot. And Chariot was about a two-wheeled wagon pulled by a horse. Many people use them in times of war. Okay.
In Roman
But
times.
this is what Chariot is, people. Best known for the ending scenes in the film Gladiator.
Ten Commandments.
I went there. Anyway, Billy and I are going to perform a song from that, and this song initially didn't really get any attention until a guy called me up named Joe Davola on the phone, and he said, "Hey, I love your new record, and I want you to help me help you, and I want to use your song on our show I'm producing."
DOC.
And I was like, I don't know. I don't really watch much TV. And at the time I was eating like caramel corns sitting in front of the TV watching funny reruns. And I was like, I'm really more of a book guy. And I'm just kidding. It was just popcorn. And he said, oh okay. Well, here's my idea. And I said, okay, well, let's try it out. And so when he placed this song on a program on television, it really helped open up some doors at radio, and really helped me really get started in the music industry, and help get me out of the real jobs I had, prior to it. I'm sure all of you know what a real job is. And I worked a whole mess of those for a while. And I thought to myself, man, this is amazing. I'm not working in a real job anymore. And I don't have a normal boss, you know what I mean? I used to hate going to work because of my boss.
Right.
Know what I mean? I sure do. That's my guitar player. A bad boss is a bad job. A good boss, even if the pay isn't great, is a decent job. I don't know why that is. Anyway, alright, so this has nothing to do with that, but I wrote this song about where I came from. I come from a small town in New York State. Everybody, every time I say New York, they're like, New York City, you must know the hip-hop? No, man, I'm from a prison town in upstate New York, bro. Anyway, so I grew up with like inmates' kids and officers' kids. That's how we grew up, and that was the industry. And anyway, this is about my background and getting into New York City and feeling essentially outclassed, and trying to hold on to bits of the person that I was. And this is called "I Don't Want to Be."